Wow, how awesome is this? Bunch of young Catholics in Madrid. Fantastic. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I've got to tell you, it's really inspiring for me to see you here because you guys are already so much further along than I was when I was your age in your faith, and that is really inspiring to me, so I want to thank you all for being here. It's amazing though, because I went down for breakfast this morning and picked up the newspaper and I started reading, and all I could read about was the 5,000 protesters that were here protesting the Pope coming. Didn't say a word about the 1.5 million Catholics here. Now that's me's news. I don't know, I thought that was pretty fantastic. But here's the thing, it's the same thing in Hollywood. You don't see the headlines, A-list Hollywood actor goes to church, spends the day with his family, prays, and goes to bed. Right? You don't hear that. You just hear all the negativity. But the fact is, there are people out there that do that. But you just don't hear about them. I know of many actors, whether they be Catholic or Jewish or even atheists, that live their lives in a very responsible way. I know actors that donate thousands and thousands of dollars to good causes, but you just don't hear about it because it's not news. So a lot of people think that that is just the way Hollywood is, and that's a really bad thing because it perpetuates and goes all around the world. This is the way Hollywood is, and a lot of people look up to actors like that and they say, well, this is the way we have to be, this is the way we should be, but it's not. You know the phrase, the squeaky wheel gets the oil? Well, that's it. Now, who here likes film?
Woo!
Anybody heard of a character called Rocky Balboa?
Yeah. Rocky!
Well, when I was growing up, I loved Rocky. I remember watching him, you know, in the fights and getting punched with Apollo Creed and them both falling down at the same time in slow motion. It's awesome. But what it taught me, even watching the film as a young man, was that all I had to do was work hard and I could get where I wanted to. Remember, before he fought, he would always get down and bless himself. It doesn't mean when you make movies that you have to make movies about the saints or about priests or about this or that. It's just these little things that we need to watch and get inspired by. And things have gone so far now that we can't even get those in the films. We don't even see movies like that that are inspiring. And when one comes along, it does phenomenally well, like The Blind Side, which was an amazing movie, won Oscars. Yeah, it took tons at the box office, and everyone in Hollywood is like, wow, a movie with a good message did well. People really want to see that? And then you don't hear about those things again for the next like 5 years until another one comes out and does phenomenally well. Well, let me tell you, it's not because there's a lack of scripts out there, because there are tons and tons of scripts out there that are really great. It's the fact that they're just not getting made. And we've got to pull together, and you guys as well, youngsters, you've got to get involved as well in the film industry. I get a lot of people say to me, why are you in Hollywood? Isn't it a terrible place? Well, what's the option? Walk away from it and us not have a voice? We all need to get in there, whether you're screenwriters, actors, directors, and become a part of it and stand up and fight. Right now, it's not even a fight to talk about our faith, it's just a fight to have good role models in the movies that aren't broken, that aren't, you know, doing bad things. It seems that we celebrate that, and we've got to take that back. Because cinema is a really unique medium. It's the only place where we can sit in a darkened room for 2 hours and be focused. I mean, I'm sure there's a few people out here that are texting someone right now, or they're falling asleep, or they're on the phone to someone going, there's this British guy, he's really boring. Right? But when you're in the cinema, you don't get that, you're just focused. And that's really, really unique. Not even television shows have that kind of reach, because, again, you'll be answering the phone, coffee, you want to go and get a coffee, or, you know, whatever. And so cinema is a really unique medium to affect people and to make them emote. So it really is unique. And people say to me as well, is Hollywood difficult? Of course, it is difficult. But is your life difficult? People say, oh, you must have temptations. Do you guys have temptations? It doesn't matter whether you work in a bank or whether you're in a Hollywood movie. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. Of course, we have different choices to make with the movies that we take. And let me tell you, as actors, it's really, really tough to choose those movies and do the ones that you really want to do, because they're just not getting made. And the people that make the decisions, they have a different agenda than what we would like. And like I said, when one gets made, like you got Sandra Bullock who stands up, she says, I want to get this movie made, it gets made. So it's up to you guys to get out there and help us. I remember when I was younger, people saying, you're the future. I was like, yeah, future, whatever. But you are, and the fact that you're here means you're engaged already. And that is fantastic, and it's really inspiring to me. Because you are the next generation of filmmakers that can change the world. Because movies do influence the culture, and we are losing the culture war right now. It's really difficult, if parents out there, it's really difficult to try and teach your kids to be one way, and then they go and see a movie or they watch a television show and it's in complete contrast to what you're trying to tell them. So it's important for us to win that culture war and to be involved in Hollywood. We really do need people to participate. And the other thing is, the thing that drives me crazy, we're so grateful when someone comes out with a movie with a positive message. We go, oh, it's brilliant. It doesn't matter that the acting is terrible. It doesn't matter that the scenery wobbles, you know, and it's really bad. Yes, it does. It does. Michelangelo didn't say, I'll just draw a few stick men on there. Yeah, there you go, that's okay. That'll do. We are called to be excellent in our art, and anything less than that is a disservice to our Lord, really. The biggest danger we have in the media is mediocrity. And I think all the time, I try my best. I always try my best and reach for those heights, because everyone else, the other side, the other people, they're trying their best because they know. They know what we're up against. So please do not accept mediocrity. Call on filmmakers to be the best, because as Catholics, we have the most amazing history of art, and this is this millennia's art. It's this millennia's art form, okay? And we are doing the people that went before us disservice if we do not demand excellence from our filmmakers, from our writers. All you've got to do is look at the passion. Right? Every time I watch something, I'm going 10 minutes in and I'm crying. But it moves you, and it's powerful. And Mel Gibson set the standard. And that's where we've got to reach. And I am an actor, so I could be up here for an hour or so talking about myself. So thank you very much for listening. God bless.